Welcome to the Official Personality Guru. When true feelings are in question, every breakup is heartbreaking and will leave a trait of sadness, sorrow, or anger. While those feelings are normal, the way people go through them is different. INTPs are also quite specific in this respect. When they've reached the point of not going back, INTPs appear stoic and confident in their decision. However, when they truly love the person, they struggle with their emotions and feel strongly connected with that person even after the breakup. INTP is likely to show no remorse or regret about the breakup, and they will probably be able to move on. However, deep down, they will probably still have feelings that will bring back memories for quite some time. In the first weeks, they are likely to alienate themselves from others and spend most of their time analyzing everything that went wrong. Today, let's talk about how INTPs deal with breakups. INTPs will probably never share what's happening inside their heads and will look for ways to distract from their emotions, even if that means soaking themselves in alcoholic beverages. Yet, after some time, they're likely to accept that it is over and realize that probably it wasn't worth the effort. They create a logical explanation of why it didn't work out and move on. Once an INTP decides this, they don't go back. Enduring heartbreak is something most everyone has to go through at some point in our lives. While it is a part of life and every common human experience, that doesn't make it any easier to get through. Each person has their process and needs to go through their breakup in certain ways to move on and cope with what is going on inside of them. It is important to understand ourselves better so that we can figure out the best way to heal from heartbreak. When it comes to breakups, INTPs often appear stoic on the outside, but that doesn't mean they aren't struggling with it. They feel things deeply, they just don't know how to express these emotions outwardly. When they care for someone and felt a strong connection with that person, the breakup can be very difficult for them. INTPs do struggle to process these emotions, and so it can be hard for them to truly move on in their hearts. They might be capable of moving on in the practical sense, but that doesn't change how they are feeling. How they cope. INTPs often find themselves analyzing the situation for long periods, almost to the point of exhaustion. They tend to push others away and try to focus on what's going on inside of their minds. When they are going through a harsh breakup, the INTP wants to be alone and alienate themselves from others for a while. They don't want to deal with people asking them to open up and share their feelings, and so they try to avoid this. The INTP's go-to response is to analyze and try to figure out exactly what went wrong to make things end. They might blame themselves and try to figure out what they could have done better in the relationship. INTPs do sometimes try to avoid their feelings about the breakup, wanting to find other things to bury themselves in. They don't naturally find it easy to focus on their emotions and dive into those feelings to heal the proper way. For the INTP, sometimes it seems easier to ignore those emotions and just focus on doing things that can distract them from what is going on inside. For the INTP, diving into their hearts to handle the breakup healthily is something that is challenging and even a bit draining for them. So for them, sometimes just ignoring the situation and searching for distractions to keep them busy is the more natural way to cope. Letting go. INTP seems like they let go of things easily. In truth, they do hold on to their emotions more than people realize. The fact that they don't naturally dive into what they are feeling and instead try to bury those emotions is exactly what causes the INTP to struggle when it comes to letting go for real. They might appear as if they have moved on quickly, but deep down they likely haven't. This is why it is so important for them to process their feelings and open up to new ways of healing after a breakup. Without taking these proper steps, the INTP will struggle to truly let go and move on after a breakup from someone they truly cared for. Best ways to heal. While it might not be natural for the INTP, diving into their emotions is necessary if they want to heal properly. They need to take time alone to process what is going on and allow themselves to feel everything without denying those emotions. Whether this means spending time crying and letting all out, or just processing those emotions by writing them down. INTPs can struggle with understanding emotions, and so they need to find tools to help in these situations. Sometimes writing down exactly how they are feeling can help them to process and absorb those emotions without confusion. It might seem a bit foolish at first and makes them feel uncomfortable, but it can be helpful. The great thing is that they don't have to share what they are writing with anyone, as the intent is simply to help them understand their thoughts and feelings about the breakup. It is important for the INTP not to blame themselves for the breakup, or feel angry that they allowed someone close enough to hurt them. They can be guarded people, and so they often feel a sense of shame for even letting someone close and trusting in them in this way. This is part of being human, and there is nothing wrong or shameful in opening up your heart to someone else. Once they have spent time diving into these emotions and giving themselves a chance to accept them, the INTP can start to move on from the breakup and the heartbreak. While isolation can be good at first, eventually the INTP can benefit from finding a friend to vent to and share their experiences with. Making connections and finding things to distract themselves with is only useful after they have already spent time accepting and processing their emotions. It is important to take this step because INTPs can and have a tendency to dwell and overanalyze, and this can make the situation feel worse. INTPs might not be the most outwardly emotional people. They still experience feelings just like everyone else. They just don't know how to express these inner feelings and struggle to find ways to understand them. Since they can become so stuck inside their minds, there is a point where getting out and exploring the world around them can be very helpful. The INTP can benefit from finding some sort of physical activity to keep them focused on, and even helps them to break away from this pattern of analysis. Physical activities will help them focus more on the present, which can be challenging for the INTP at first. Instead of looking at past situations or obsessing over the future, the INTP will benefit from just living in the present for a while. That is it from us. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Also, if you have any comments and suggestions, make sure to scribble them on the comment box below. Subscribe to the Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. See you in the next video.